My friends, welcome to the Word Exposed. Join me in contemplating the Lord present in the Holy Scriptures on this fourth Sunday in Ordinary Time. In today's Gospel, we will hear the famous Beatitudes. Jesus tells us that God is the source of true happiness. God's blessing is given specially to the poor in spirit, those who mourn and are meek, those who long for righteousness, the merciful and the pure of heart, those who work for peace and are persecuted because of Jesus. May the Beatitudes be the source of our hope and a path to life. Earlier this month, the Archdiocese of Manila entered into a partnership with Fazenda de Esperanza, a well-known international therapeutic community that helps people recover from their dependence on drugs. We shall hear from Father Bobby de la Cruz of San Lakbay and Undersecretary John R. Castriciones of DILG about this drug rehab program later on. Definitely, there is hope. According to Jesus, the Holy Spirit will not invent new truth. The Holy Spirit will lead us to the truth that Jesus has already taught. When you have the Holy Spirit, you can speak and explore different languages to address people of different needs. Barriers and boundaries of discrimination, division, and injustice should disappear. The diversity of the gifts should not be a hindrance to the strengthening of the Church. God chooses all.
A reading from the book of the prophet Zephaniah. Seek the Lord, all you humble of the earth, who have observed his law. Seek justice, seek humility. Perhaps you may be sheltered on the day of the Lord's anger. But I will leave as a remnant in your midst, a people humble and lowly, who shall take refuge in the name of the Lord, the remnant of Israel. They shall do no wrong and speak no lies, nor shall there be found in their mouths a deceitful tongue. They shall pasture and couch their flocks, with none to disturb them. The word of the Lord.
Our first reading for this Sunday is taken from the prophet Zephaniah. I propose that we reflect on the theme of God giving us true joy and happiness. Every human being seeks happiness, well-being, fulfillment. And the readings for today assure us, you will find joy, but it is God who will give it to us. Zephaniah the prophet in the first reading preached at a time when Jerusalem was at its low point, spiritually speaking. There was, spiritual and moral stagnation. And you would expect that the prophet, as the voice of God, would preach only about anger, the anger of God, and the corresponding fear that the people should have as a response to God's coming judgment and wrath. While that was definitely present in the prophecy of Zephaniah, one surprising thing is that God gives the possibility, the offer, of not being angry with them. That God could relent from his anger. And that God could even give peace, tranquility, well-being to a people who had been known as sinners, as profligates. Now, this is good news. God gives hope. And only God could give this joy and peace to a people who has been unfaithful. God is the source of salvation, happiness, tranquility, and joy. That's the good news. But we cannot be passive. Zephaniah encourages Israel, encourages Jerusalem to do its share. God is willing to offer joy, peace. Now, what should Israel do? Jerusalem should seek the Lord. Jerusalem should take the path of humility. Jerusalem should take the path of truth and justice. Jerusalem should do no wrong. Jerusalem should strive to be upright. Yes, God takes the initiative. God offers the joy, the reconciliation, the peace that only God could give. But we need to do our share. Jerusalem is given that path. We hope that, like Jerusalem, we would choose that path so as not to waste the joy that God offers. Justice, humility, and truth. Yes, so that we could enjoy the joy that God could give. It has been a while now since we started this program in 2008. From day one, you have been with us, our dear friends, assisting us with open hands. We are inviting you once again to be our partners in this ministry. Following the mandate of the Lord to bring the good news to all, we can continue to broadcast and reach more people with your support, bringing the good news to them through television and the internet. Friends, your offering would be very much appreciated. Thank you. May the Lord reward you 100-fold.